Hey everybody, welcome back to Andertons TV. I am Pete. Before we go any further, please like and subscribe, because if you do, you are in with the chance of winning an original clone when we hit 1 million subscribers. Who knows, it might be you. All you have to do is subscribe and we'll pick one of those millions. You could have been subscribed for 10 years. You could have been subscribed yesterday. You can still win. Yeah? Okay. Anyway, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. And you probably haven't seen this purple Telecaster before. If you are a regular viewer, welcome back. And I thought, I had this idea that, you know, people have been asking, what is it with that purple Telecaster? Where's that purple Telecaster? How did you get that purple Telecaster? What is it about that purple Telecaster? So I thought today, instead of just talking about it in a video that we've done before, I did a Captain Meets with Lee, but you can watch up there, and I talked about the guitar. We've done some videos when we've, you know, purple stuff has come out and we talked about it briefly, but I wanted to do a dedicated video about this guitar so you can click on it. And what is it about Pete's Purple Telecaster? What is the story? So the story is back in, I think, about 2016 maybe, I can't really remember when it was. It's a while back. It was when I had a big birthday coming up. Let's just say 30. Oh no, I wish. Anyway, I had a big birthday coming up. But anyway, so it would probably say 6 months before then. So it is 5 years ago today, almost 6 years ago. Oh my God. Anyway, I was looking for a, you know, I've been doing some work for Andertons. I've been looking, I've been playing all these beautiful, lovely custom shop Fender Telecasters. And I did have a Telecaster, which I since have sold. But I was looking for a custom shop Tele because I'm playing lots of them and they were really, really nice. And one day I'm walking in the shop, going in to get something, can't remember, and one of the guys, Paul, who works in there, was like, "Hey Pete, you're looking for a Telecaster, and you like Prince, you like purple." And I was like, "Yeah, I like Prince, yeah, I'm looking for a Telecaster." It's like, "You have to check this thing out that's just come in second hand." And so I walk into the then boutique room, which is in where there's now keyboards or something like that. We didn't have the gallery then. And the guitar was just lying in there. And it was one of those brief moments where I picked the guitar up and knew nothing about it other than people said, "Oh, there's a purple Telecaster in there and you're looking for one and you like Prince." And I picked the guitar up and immediately I just knew that this guitar had to be mine. You know, it's one of those things where it doesn't happen very often. It's happened with the Les Paul as well. It's like, I have to get this somehow. And when that happens, I have always had that kind of feel. I have to do whatever it takes to get a hold of this thing. So anyway, so you know, I played it a bit, just like that, and I thought, man, this guitar feels, the neck is exactly how I like it, and you know, and to be honest, the purple thing we can get into as well, because I've never had a favorite color. I like colors. I like guitars that has got color on them. I like color in the world. It's cool, but you know, the purple color was never a thing that I went, "Oh my God, I need a purple guitar." So that was not the reason why I got it. I got it because when I grabbed it the first time, the guitar just went, "You need to have me. I am your chosen one." Almost like the, you know, I turned into Gollum at the moment when I picked it up. I was like, "Oh my precious." It's like immediately I was in a cave, just jamming away. So anyway, so what happened was I texted the Chloe at home, and I was like, "Oh, I found this guitar, you know, is there any way we could do, we'll put some money," and we got money, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, let's just get it, because, you know, if that means that much to me, and you got a birthday coming, whatever." So I took a picture on it, put it on my Instagram account going, "This is the best Telecaster I've ever played, it's amazing." And then I called Lee, and he was like, "I'm in a meeting." So I texted him and said, "Listen, there's this purple Telecaster down in this shop. Can we sort something out? Because I need to buy it. I can't give you the cash right now, but, you know, can we do something and we'll figure it out?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm just in a meeting. I'll be down about 2 o'clock or whatever. This is in the morning." And then he's like, "Yeah, we'll sort it out." I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll text you and we'll meet you in the shop." And then, you know, I'm going, "Great, man, this is great. I can get this Telecaster and I'm not going to let it go away." In the meantime, you know, a couple of hours go past. Lee then called me and goes, "I got some sad news here, man, because that Telecaster, I was just looking up and what we could do and put it on your account or whatever, it's been sold." I was like, "What? No!" Gutted, absolutely gutted. I couldn't believe it, because I didn't think that anyone would come into the shop and go, oh my God, look, there's a relic purple Telecaster. That's exactly what I want. Turns out I put it on my Instagram. A guy called Sam, lovely guy, who comes into Andertons a lot, has got lots of gear, great guy, great player, saw it and doing it, oh, that's amazing, I'm going to call up the shop and just bought it, you know, and because I didn't put it aside, that was just what it was. So I was absolutely gutted. And then Paul in the shop was like, well, Sam likes to get stuff and, you know, he'll trade it in and he'll come back with it and sometimes he has it and then he brings it back and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, the next 2 months, every time I walked in the shops, like to the guys and there's like, has he come back with that purple Telecaster yet? Has he come back? And it was like that for months and months and months. And I was so gutted. I felt like I've lost a limb or something at that point. And it was literally just picking up. I didn't even plug it in or anything at the time. I just knew that I had to get this guitar. So I just kept, and then, you know, eventually you kind of, you know, you move on and you do other things and kept asking. And then in the meantime, turns out that I've been asking the guys, has that guitar come back yet? And in fact, Sam did bring it back, right? So he brought the guitar back. I don't know if it was a month later, 2 months later, whatever. And he did bring it back. Then Paul, or somebody, have told Lee that this purple Telecaster come back. Lee then called up Chloe, my wife, and said, look, it's Pete's big birthday coming up, you know. Do you want to get it for him as a surprise, you know? And then she was like, yeah, absolutely. And I had no idea. So the guitar went up into Lee's office, sat in the case up there in his office for about 3 months or something. And I had been into his office for meetings. And the guitar was sitting in the case right there without me knowing for like 3 months. Completely nuts, you know. And then it was the birthday weekend. And I remember sort of, you know, you sit in bed there and the kids, the girls were coming in and cup of tea and then happy birthday. And then we got a little thing for you. And they brought in this tweed case. And I'm going, are they, you know, it's not a birthday like that. So I just thought, well, maybe they've put lots of little presents in a case and you open it up and there's all these little packages I could open up, you know. And they put it on my lap and I'm like, just woke up in bed there, had a lie-in because it was my birthday. And I just open up the case and this guitar is in the case. And I'm going, I couldn't comprehend that guitar was just there because it had gone in my head. I'd gone and I kind of come to terms with I'm never going to see it again. But there it was. So I got it back for my birthday and then I started playing it in the Andertons videos because it's such a great guitar. I couldn't hardly put it down. And then, you know, what happened next was, you know, there was no plans of us being a purple thing or me being the purple guy or me having purple amplifiers or purple pedal boards or anything like that at this time. There was nothing like that. And as you can see today, where, you know, purple just, and I don't know if I'm not going to take the credit for purple guitars or stuff, but it was, you know, when we went to NAMM and then the next year it was all of these purple guitars and purple thing. And, you know, I love the color purple and it looks awesome on a Telecaster, in my opinion. There's something about the Telecaster shape that lends itself to like candy apple colors like green and orange, you know, and we've done some of those and they went really quickly because it's something individual, it's something different than just a standard black or sunburst or white Telecaster, which, you know, are great and they look great and it's, you know, about how it plays, but there's something that can connect you to a guitar if it has, you know, something else about it, and this one was just meant to be my guitar. So, you know, I did a little research on it and it turns out it is made for Frankfurt Music Messe in 2014, so it's made in 2013. There was made 3 of these guitars for that show. A guy has contacted me, I can't remember his name now, a while ago and said, I'm sure I've got the sister of your guitar. And he showed me a picture and I was like, wow. And then he had a picture where there was 3 of them hanging next to each other in the at the show at that time. And I could see this white bit here because it's kind of this extinct. I've robbed it a bit more since then and made some more things. But so there was these 3 guitars. And so I've been looking for the 3rd one, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. So if you're out there and you're watching this video, and I will buy the other 2 of these guitars now, I'll have them because if they're anything like this, they're just the perfect guitar, and I can have one 3 places. You know, this house, that house, my Malibu house. You know, I wish. So anyway, so the guitar, spec-wise, it's an ash body. It's super light. I mean, we're talking 6 pounds, maybe 3 point something kilos. So it's super duper light. It's got a quarter sawn maple neck. So the pickups are sort of it's an enigma. This guitar in itself, maybe that's why, has got this slightly enigma around it, this kind of uniqueness that, you know, I'll explain in a minute. But anyway, so quarter sawn maple neck. It's got a no-caster and a twisted Tele, which you only get if you order from the custom shop. You can't buy this as a set, so you'll have to buy 2 sets and put them in individually, which is why me and Matt from Monty's decided to do a set. So we wound the pickups so people could buy the set that was like in the guitar, and which turned out that these pickups were not exactly what Fender said on the spec sheet that they were. They were slightly different, so which meant that the signature set of pickups, DP51s, which we made with Monty's, are actually more. It's close. It's exactly like the set of pickups that was in before. I've got them in here now as well. So that's my signature set of pickups, and I put the other one away in the case just to save them. But so that's in here, and the wiring is what it came with. But these are closer to the pickups that was in it, because Matt were like, he's messing them up, like, these are not what they say they're supposed to be. This is not like a, you know, they were slightly different, slightly underwound or whatever. I'm not, you know, but so we made the set. You can buy that if you like. It's got 6501 frets here. It's got, you know, standard tuners and all this stuff. It's a relic job, you know. I know people going, relic, I hate relic. In my opinion, I really love playing a relic guitar because what it is, it's like a worn-in thing. And it just, there's something about the feel of it. And when you look down, it looks cool. And I'm not scared of saying, yeah, you can play it. So I can imagine a lot of people won't give their expensive guitar to, you know, like my PRS. I almost feel scared of taking it out or scared of doing gigs with it because I don't want to ding it. And I feel like I have to play it in a different way. I won't go on something that's really pretty because, I might scratch it. And so this gives it a different vibe, you know. So it's okay to have, you know, an Android and an Apple. You know, it's okay to have both, and it's okay to like both. But definitely, there's something about something that's worn, you know. And you might say, "Oh, Pete, why don't you drive a car? Why don't you get your car relic? Well, have you seen my car?" Anyway, it's a completely different thing. Anyway, enough about all that stuff. So the guitar. When we started using it in the videos, or when I started using the videos, people were going, "Oh, what's that guitar? And can I get one? And can I get one?" So we contacted Fender, and you know, we said, "Here's a serial number. Can we just clone these guitars?" And because people really want them, and they came back slightly different because the serial number had. It's kind of. So the neck was slightly different. So now we're doing 2 different versions of. We got one with a fat U, so like a baseball bat, and one with a thinner U, like a 59 kind of John English. Which this is more like it, but it's not. So again, like it was with the pickups, the neck is a slightly thing. I don't know if this, you know, when Fender had made these guitars for this show, they just gone, "I'll take that one and I'll take that one." And I'll take those pickups and I'm just going to put it in it. And it was like something that was just lying around the factory or whatever. I'm not sure. But, you know, talking to the guys from Fender Custom Shop, and the color was not easy to match in the beginning either because they didn't have the code for it. Because, of course, this has been matched and blended to be one, you know, 3 guitars. So there'll be 3 guitars, they'll blend that and then they'll have to blend it again every time they make it. So it's kind of it's got this whole thing, this enigma thing about it, which I just love, and that's why it just spoke to me when I got it. So anyway, so you can buy these guitars. You know, there's links below for them, and it's kind of spawned a whole purple army of different guitars. You know, we had the first was a Squire Bullet Telecaster, which we had loads of, and they sold out quickly. 139 quid or whatever it was, and they were very popular. And you know, all surprised that this color purple would just be like the new black. You know, it was like, and it still is. I love it. You know, and it's still there. We've got We've got Squier Bullet Strats. We did Squier Classic Vibe Telecasters. And for all you left-handed out there, we've got 250 purple left-handed Squier Bullets coming very soon. They've been delayed because of, pandemic and all this different stuff, but they are coming. And we did you can get a road worn. So it's Mexican-made road worn with nitro finish. You can have a Mischief Maker, which has got a Telecaster headstock and a Fender and a Telecaster body on it. And there's so many different purple guitars. And we got a Jazzmaster, you got a Jaguar Squiers, you got a Squier Classic Vibe Strat as well. And it spawned this whole thing. And it's really cool to see that people are participating and engaging and being like, oh, that's cool, I want one too. And it's great to see that something like this that creates so much joy for me, joy and happiness, can pass it on to people out there, because it's difficult for us. All I'm looking at right now is some blinking lights and us, and I'm not interacting with you guys. So the only way we can do that is doing it on social media, as much as we can. And it's just great to be tagged and saying, oh, I've got my purple, Squier, and I'm sitting here jamming on it. It's just wonderful to see. So thank you very much for that, everybody out there. It's really, really cool. But so that is what is it about the guitar, and it's really difficult to explain what it is about this guitar. For me, it was just an instant pickup. The neck is so smooth and lovely. It's just rolled right way, and and it's not an old guitar. So the way that whoever has built this guitar has just made it for me. That's how it feels like. And in the future, it would be great to see if I could do something so everybody could have this guitar, so could have something that is as close as possible. Because of course, when you're doing 250 Squier, they'll just make them in the same color. The neck will be slightly different because they've got a thing that they do it to, and so maybe in the future, who knows? But
can I say something that is underrated about that guitar is the color of the pickguard?
Yes, so that's a good thing that Oz is mentioning there. The color of the pickguard is kind of because what happened was that, I'll just show you, just hang on one second. This is, so I was umming and ahhing about the pickguard here. This is the road worn version. So you can see the color is slightly different because it's a color that they make it in Mexico, and they don't blend the color. This is the purple that they have, so the color is slightly different. And this came with a white guard, and I had this. I spoke to Fender, and I had this anodized gold guard made, and they relicked it for me as well. And I like the purple and the gold; it just looks really cool. But I keep going back to this parchment, or slightly. I mean, it's gotten a bit yellower with time as well. But there's something about the pickguard that keeps me swapping this over for this. I keep swapping back and forth with these pickguards because I really like this. And also because it's the OG, I don't want to mess around with it too much. But these ones here also have got we did it with Fender as a special run. So you've got the American pickups in here as well. So that's really cool. And I mean, that's a great guitar for around £1,000, and it looks the part. And, it's a super cool guitar. So there's just something special about it. Let me get these quick tones here from the guitar. Here is just the neck pickup. You get your standard G chord, this D to C, and all of that stuff. Really cool thing about the guitar is the way it's just got this snappiness about it with the maple neck. It's just. And here's the middle pickup. Remember, this is not the middle pickup, the middle position. Remember, these are the munchies in here. The cool thing about the twisted Tele in the neck, for me, which is now I'm starting to go to is becoming kind of my go-to, so the munchies pickup here, is that, with a little bit of gain on it, it still does that, or just a little bit pushed, it does that Fender thing. It's a Fender, what I'm talking about. It does that Strat thing. it has that kind of pushed sort of Stratocaster tone, which I can't get a Telecaster tone from a Strat, but I can get closer with these pickups to a Strat, and I really enjoy the neck pickup on Strat. Middle position then gives you that, it gives you that position 4, I've got a bit of an extra reverb on top of a reverb in the Soldano over there. That was the boost side of the Dane, so from this, just lifts it up, and the Dane as well is this guitar was developed with the Dane, so the way that works with the gain. You get everything in a Telecaster. We keep talking about it's like when you grow up in a player sort of sense, at some point you have to understand the Telecaster. I think a lot of people you don't have as many options, and it might sort of put people off that it's pigeonholed into a certain genre of music, like a lot of country, but actually Jimmy Page played most of the stuff on a Telecaster back in the day. So it does rock, man. It does the... I mean, it's just such a great guitar, and for me, it just plays so well. I haven't done anything. I just changed the strings on it. I did Monty's. They did a quick sort of clean up of the neck and stuff, and I'm like, oh, but please don't touch it because you may change it, and I don't like it anymore. Is that kind of thing with the guitar? But it's a special guitar, and I hope that people out there, that all you guys out there, find that guitar. And if you do find that guitar, when you pick it up immediately, then I would suggest just to get it, because if it goes away, you'll absolutely be gutted, because I was so gutted. Like, when has it come back yet? Has it come back yet? I mean, it was a month of me being in the shop every single day, just asking all the guys. So it's definitely special to me, and it's the one thing I would, run into a burning house to get. Not even my Tilton. I'd say, get out of the way, man, get out of the way, kids. And then I'll grab the guitar. So there we go. So, I don't want this video to come across as a selfie video, a selly video, because this is just me explaining what it is about my Telecaster and why. You've been seeing it in the videos, and you're seeing it at home, and it's, purple became my kind of thing. But there is lots of other purple stuff that Andertons has got, and there will be links below for it, and you can get your guitars, and especially those left-handed ones, because they are coming in, and there's going to be 250 of them, so hopefully there's 250 of you guys out there that are left-handed. I'm going to get one for my daughter because she's left-handed, so there we go. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you very much for sticking with us for these last 6-7 years, which has now been for me. It's been a real pleasure. And, let's see if we can do some more of these What Is It About videos in the future. I think it could be a good thing for us. So, there we are. Please like and subscribe. You win a clun if you're lucky. And you might just subscribe. And that would be really nice for us. We'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.